Finally, wrapping things up with the Sniper Elite series. Did 1, 2, 3 in one video, dedicated a whole video for 4 because it was so massive, and now it's finally time to talk about the final strike, Sniper Elite 5 France.
Nazi bastards.
But before we dive into the gameplay of Sniper Elite 5, I want to say something, guys. Shame on you. Why nobody told me when I did Force video that Sniper Elite 5 is that buggy? I posted on Reddit, YouTube, everywhere, yet nobody ever warned me about it. Am I one of the few doomed ones who got technical issues with this game? Hell, this game loses shit more than my friend with hemorrhoids. We're talking animation glitches, unkillable NPCs, unfinishable quests, AI changes from one state to the other without the game telling me. The game changes the loadout or makes me kill someone I didn't kill after I load. And that was very annoying, especially for non-lethal playstyle, or wasting a whole 1 hour and 26 minutes because for some reason this guy decided it was a good time to disappear and broke the mission. I tried to restart from checkpoint, but it came to no avail, so I had to restart the whole 1 hour and 26 minutes. Imagine. Or here where I couldn't even move, so I had to restart the mission. And much more happened here. At times it felt like I was playing a beta or a demo. Don't worry, it's no launch Cyberpunk 2077 or AC Unity by any means, but damn, never seen this series suffer this much from glitches and bugs. Finally, time to talk about the gameplay. So there's a lot, I'm not gonna mention all of them, but let's go through what's more important. Carl now have the spider sense, which all games now have all of a sudden, but I do like it here, since it makes spotting enemies easier and you can see key items like keys or intel. Also, you can aim in first person now, finally, which is such a relief since we all know how good Sniper Elite games with aiming. We don't, because it sucks and clanky. So now the first person is finally here. And now you have to tag enemies to put them on the minimap. So you're gonna see white circles, which indicates how many enemies in this position. The whiter the circle, the more enemies you're gonna find. You can start the missions from different locations by touching Grace. Skill tree is more expanded upon in this game. They are straight to the point and I managed to complete them all in one playthrough. They're simple but effective sometimes. It doesn't feel completely necessary in this game though. Plus, much more attachment than 4, which adds more to the variety. But hell, couldn't you explain them simpler? Like, what is aiming stability? What difference does it make compared to reduced recoil or vertical recoil? It gave me MW reboots PTSD. Or maybe I just become paranoid because of these games. Equipment have some upgrades as well. Carl now have a decoy to tag enemies and confuse them, and plus many modifications to the equipment and grenades. But why the hell can't Carl carry guns for a long time? So you'll drop the equip from the ground gun once you switch back to your original gun. Such a stupid decision. Okay, I guess that's it about the new additions. Not as impressive as 4 in that aspect, and a downgrade in some areas. And they didn't fix many things, like you can't untag enemies in this game as well, just like 4, which is a disappointment. Fix it, Rebellion. But needless to say, 5 is here to make 4 mechanics more solid, and for that we're gonna have to talk about another thing.
Ist da jemand?
There are 2 major playstyles here, which is non-lethal and lethal. Let's talk about the non-lethal first, since it was my first playthrough and I did a complete run non-lethal, saving some of the additions for this section. Now Sniper Elite is finally a full stealth game. While 3 and 4 gave you some exposed to stealth, 5 took it to a whole new level by making the design super fittable for stealth playstyle. And I'd said fittable, I don't know if that's a word, I hope it is. Hell, my first playthrough I almost didn't kill anyone, imagine? Yeah, so now you have the ability to knock enemies out cold, or you can just shoot them with non-lethal rounds and they will go to sleep and not wake up unless somebody wakes them up. Such a needed feature, such a great addition. Splinter Cell fans, Hitman fans, we all know 4 kinda wanted to be like them but was too shy to come out of the closet. 5 finally came out of the closet, and hell, it has more colors than I was expecting. And now you can complete whole objectives in stealth, where the game tells you whether to use satchel charge to destroy this tower or go to the generators or bombs to do them stealthily. Wow, very very effective, and this perhaps is my biggest addition to the game. AI in this one is more forgiving than my ex, which I cheated on multiple times. This is a joke, guys. Please don't do that. That's horrible.
Or is it?
Yeah, but I do like the AI that way. It's way more suitable for stealth plays, and honestly 4 wasn't that much better either. They were just more aggressive in 4, and that's all for 1 or 2 minutes only before they forget that you killed Hitler and destroyed facilities and exploded tanks in one place. 5 just saves you the time to tell you, okay, I'm stupid, do whatever you like to me. And there's a naughty word here, but I'm not gonna say it. Though, it's not all perfect. Like, why the hell is 5 controls worse than 4? Why? It feels like I'm controlling a tank. Neither Leon and Lara died for this shit. Please, stop climbing stuff. I don't order you to do that. Anyway, back to the gameplay. Nothing beats going through the whole mission and right between enemy lines without them suspecting anything. Trust me, nothing. A well done addition and definitely a more welcomed one after I saw Sniper Elite 4's stealth.
Goodbye, pig.
Just because this game focuses too much on stealth and non-lethal playstyle, they don't joke around with the lethal playstyle as well, or the action. This is still a Sniper Elite you loved before, only way bigger and more fun. But my biggest issue, where the hell is the distance meter? You can't make a gun sound range indicator and not tell me how far the enemy is. I guess Sniper Elite 3 did it first, which was such a good addition. Why they removed it? Don't ask me. How can I know if they will hear me if I take the shot or not? And if you're gonna tell me just pick up the binoculars, bro, most likely you will be fighting in cities, so there's no way to know how far the enemy is from you. Seriously annoying and off-putting. But the lethal playstyle is here and it's more fun than I expected. Luring enemies and hunting them one by one like a ghost is still a valid reaction to annoying Nazis. Going with your suppressed SMGs and guns and just fuel your anger upon them is still satisfying as hell. Lining up 2 enemies to do a double kill, shooting stuff to drop on enemies, lethal takedown, they're all here. And oh my god, are they great. Though I prefer the exaggeration of 4 with the lethal takedown, with the whole slow motion thing, but this one is super cool as well and weighty. Using sticky grenades to stick to enemies and make them go boom is something I can't explain how fun it is. Wow, does this game make me feel like a badass, especially in my second playthrough, which I was completely lethal. But I don't like the new bullet camera. Eventually, I just turned it off because believe it or not, it was so repetitive and it wasn't as cool as 4's. Though, the bodies are more detailed in the bullet cam this time around than 4, but still, it felt way too repetitive for me. And one of the most annoying things about Sniper Elite 5 is the armored vehicles. What the hell? I shoot them a million times over and over and over and they don't explode. Not only that, I used 2 landmines and a TNT and 2 grenades and it still isn't enough. This has to be a 3's wonder weapon, cause what the hell is that? In 4 it was way simpler, just tag it, expose the weak point, shoot, boom. But in 5, no, thou shall not enjoy fighting it. Okay, again, these negatives are not very effective, neither is it so frequent. So I'd say it's a solid lethal playstyle and the best one in the series thus far. If you have seen my other videos about Sniper Elite, then you know how my relationship with the Sniper Elite games story are. Play it, hoard with it, make fun of it on video. I said 4 tried, but 5 tried-er. Cutscenes and characters are here, which I hate. Carl seems to have a relationship or a partnership with Charlie, which is this girl, that we don't even know anything about. You have this weird resistance fighter, she's boring, skip it, and other weirdly shaped people that I often question myself while seeing them talk. Are they even human? Seriously, the human race is a danger. I feel bad for the Nazis now. Like at one point I was just on Discord talking to my friend and he talked about how he mixed Nutella with eggs and I said, wait, Carl's talking. I said, keep going. You mixed Nutella with you mixed Nutella with what? The story destroying wonder weapons like every other Sniper Elite game, but this time it's a stealth UT boats, which are dangerous because and the villain is the biggest joke of human/alien mankind. We finish a mission, he whines about what we did in the mission. We do another mission.
Dieser verdammte Schatten, wie ist das nur möglich? Ist allein!
And the circle goes on and on for the whole 8 missions until I finally put a bullet in his brain, which Carl said he had his name on it, but clearly he lied, good looking piece of shit. I like Carl significantly less in this one than in 4. Carl in 4 was way more cautious and understanding mutual interest. Carl in this one is Mr. Super Nice Guy, like he doesn't kill Nazis with the sticky grenades for fun. Like, get the hell out of here. Sniper Elite 5 Sniper Elite 5 is way more cartoony than 4 and every other entry in the series. Don't get me wrong, they're all a bit cartoony, but I felt like 5 is the most cartoony out of them.
The chateau that they're packing up to leave. And Moeller is there.
It's hard to explain why I feel that way, but all the way from his looks to his walking to the whole story to the whole thing about the characters and how they act like they're in a Disney movie. Could be just that, or it could be just me because I was annoyed with the story. I don't know. Graphics look very beautiful. It's not Red Dead 2 by no means. The facial expressions still needs a little bit of work, actually a lot of work, but the way this game looks is beautiful and nice to the eye, just like 4. Only this time around more beautiful. Now into the biggest question. Is it better than 4? Yes, I'd say it's significantly better than 4 with all the new additions. It's hard to say 4 is better than 5. It's more of a video game than 4, while 4 perhaps is more of a sniper game, to be honest. And even that, I have my own agenda on it. For me, no Sniper Elite game was a really sniping focused game. Then it's an action adventure tactical shooter. Sure, 4 did try and it succeeded in some ways, but for me there is no problem with 5 direction. Since even in 4, if you want to be stealthy, it was very risky to shoot enemies while you're far from them, since there's always gonna be that one guy that has a blind spot on you but he can see his teammate. If you want to play a real sniper game and not an action adventure game, try Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. It's cheap as hell and it gets plenty of discounts. There you can shoot targets from as far as 1000 meter or more, and it's completely underrated game as well. Back to Sniper Elite 5, it is better than 4 and wider, and this is the way forward for the series. Though I beg them to leave the World War II era, like please. However, stuff that Sniper Elite 5 does worse than 4 is noticeable, like the world traveling and the invisible walls are super annoying in this game. It didn't feel as smooth as 4. Also, the extraction point is a big in this game. Most likely you'll get this one exfiltration point to leave the mission. So if you have left one point of interest or a mission behind you in either end of the map, get ready to do a marathon, baby, because you're gonna have to run faster than Usain Bolt to not get bored. Okay, that's it. Sniper Elite 5 is a phenomenal sequel to Sniper Elite series, which goes a step forward almost in every aspect. While it takes some steps backward, like the sniping areas, it fortified itself to be a complete thriller for stealth fans and Sniper Elite fans. If you enjoy Sniper Elite games or stealth games, I wouldn't see why you wouldn't play this entry. Okay, that has been it. I finished all the Sniper Elite games reviews now. Be ready for some ranking videos, and I have a question for you guys. Do you want to see me talk about the zombies games? Anyway, this series have been thriller from start to finish. I liked all of them, to be honest, and I think I'm ready for Resistance. Okay, that's it. Have a nice day and take care.